from Bakersfield, California, on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. So Ridgeview 3-2 after breaking the 500 mark last week in their win over Liberty. And meanwhile, Washington Union, the Panthers, again state champions last year, have had a lot of success in the postseason in the past few years, but have had a rough start to this 2012 season, 0-4. We'll see if they can get back on track tonight when we come back for a kickoff here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot at this.
So back here on PlayOn Sports as we snap the ball for the first play from scrimmage as Ridgeview starting out on their own 41-yard line after, or make that the Washington Union 41-yard line after a return and a penalty, and they lose a couple yards on first down. Back to the 43-yard line. So Greg Wilson starting at quarterback for Washington Union tonight. Washington Union making a change at quarterback. Handoff up the middle and some good running room, and squirts down inside the 40 to, well, they're going to mark it right around the 40, so a pickup of about 3 yards on second down, so that'll make it third down and 9. Greg Wilson only has attempted 7 passes on the year, only completed 1. Their starting quarterback was Landon Barbarick, but electing to go with Wilson tonight. Handoff from the pistol and down the field, and a first down and more. As my apologies, I've been looking at the wrong side of the spotting board. I've been telling you about Washington Union, and it is Ridgeview that has the football. Had a little bit of a crazy start here. Had to move some camera equipment around last minute, but we are underway here on PlayOnSports.com, and Ridgeview is underway inside the Washington Union 25-yard line at first down and 10 at the 24. They're very talented quarterback Kamari Cotton-Moya keeping it up the right side, and he's inside the 20 down to about the 13-yard line. And he is their leading rusher and their only passer. He leads the team with 726 yards on the game coming into tonight, or on the season coming into tonight. That would be quite a game if he already had 726 yards in the first quarter, as we have 10 minutes on the clock on the first drive of the game, and Ridgeview driving down the field in their pistol formation. And first down and 10 at the 12. And it's Brandon Tripp, going off the right side down to the 10-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 8 there. So Kamari Cotton-Moya, a very talented runner and thrower, already has offers from Fresno State, San Diego State, and Iowa State, and many more likely to come if he continues his play as he's had in his first 4 weeks, as Ridgeview 3-2 on the season. Fakes the handoff to Tripp and fires it down the middle for the end zone, knocked away. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 8. So this will be play number 7 of the opening drive here in Bakersfield. So Kamari Cotton-Moya, the quarterback for Ridgeview, and the talented running back Brandon Tripp, a very strong and tough runner, built well for the pistol offense, and a very good offensive line that's improved every week. And now we'll see what they can do. 3rd and 8 from the 10-yard line. Drops back to pass, and he's going to scramble up the middle. He's inside the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ridgeview. A 10-yard rushing touchdown, open scoring by Kamari Cotton-Moya. So a pretty darn efficient drive by Ridgeview, starting out with good field position at the Washington Union 41-yard line, but driving down the field in 8 plays for the 41-yard drive for 6, and now we'll see if they can tack on the extra point. Rodrigo Rios kicking it, and it is no good, so it'll be 6-0 and stand there at the 9:01 mark of the first quarter here at Ridgeview High. The Wolfpack leading 6-0. So back here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com, and the Ridgeview Wolfpack leading Washington Union, the state champion in their Division 4 last year, but a tough start for the Panthers this year, 0-4, and a good start to this game for the Wolfpack. Just 2 minutes and 59 seconds in, and a score for the home team. The kickoff, and there is a whistle as the ball is kicked away. Most likely illegal motion. And we'll back it up to the 40-yard line and try it again. And Rios will now kick it off from the 35. So a very deep kickoff at the high school level. And it is picked up and not dropped, and then picked up at the 24-yard line up to the 30 and falling to about the 33-yard line. And they'll mark it at the 34. And that's where Washington Union will take over their own 34-yard line with 8:55 left in the first quarter, down 6-0. Their first drive of the game. So, as I said incorrectly, when Ridgeview has the ball now, Greg Wilson getting the start at quarterback and handing it off of the middle on the first play from scrimmage for Washington Union, but getting stuffed by Ridgeview. And he does fall forward for a short gain of about 1.5 on the play. So 2nd and 9. Greg Wilson, a 6'1" senior, again 1 of 7 on the season, no touchdowns yet. Some talented running backs, and he hands it off to one of the talented running backs, Javen Harrison, a 5'9" junior, and he pushes forward for a couple more yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 6, a long 6 from the 37-yard line. So Harrison coming into the game, the leading rusher for the Panthers, 288 yards and a pair of scores on 43 carries. And now 3rd and medium for Washington Union. In the shotgun is Wilson, rolling left, looking downfield. He might keep it, he does, and can't scramble away. And making a nice tackle there is Mikael Clayton to ensure the 3 and out. So Washington Union will have to punt. Jerry Gines back to punt for Washington Union. Returners for Ridgeview way back at their 30 and just gets the punt off, does Gines, and it goes out of bounds on the high booming kick. And Ridgeview will take over with good field position at their own 44-yard line. But first, we do have a penalty marker down. And illegal motion against Washington Union, but the Wolfpack will decline and take that good field position. Again, starting past their own 40. Started the first drive of the game that they just scored on from the Washington Union 41-yard line, and now they start from their own 44. 6:37 left in the first quarter, and a 6-0 lead for Ridgeview. So Cotton Moya in the shotgun with Brandon Tripp behind him and 3 wide receivers. And Tripp gets the handoff, and he gets stuck and then breaks away from a tackle all the way up to midfield. Good job bouncing off a defender and finding a hole up the right side, and that's going to be a gain of about 6 on first down, so 2nd and 4 at midfield. Starting on the talented line for Ridgeview, from left tackle to right, Jagmeet Sandhu is the left tackle, the guard, Gabe Brosis, the center, Shane Proctor, Noe Delgado, and the right tackle, Justin James, is looking to throw and firing down the field, and just off the hands of a Washington Union defender. It was Josh Charonis knocking away the Cotton Moya pass to bring up 3rd and 4. Charonis, a 5'10 senior, 7 tackles, and has registered 1 sack on the season thus far for Washington Union. And now Ridgeview with the 3rd and 6. 3rd and 4 from the 50. Cotton Moya, slot left, fakes the handoff to Tripp, and now hands it off left, and they've got a first down and more, down to the 35, the 34. Moving the chains on a nice little tricky handoff there were the Wolfpack, and it was Will Robertson, the 5'11 senior, on the carry. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. So Ridgeview starting out with good field position on their first 2 drives of the game and taking advantage of it as they're marching down the field. And Cotton Moya fakes the handoff, keeps it himself down the middle, down to the 30, left sideline, numbers 20, 15, 10, 5. He gets tackled near the end zone and is down at about the 2-yard line. And a nice 32-yard run. And they spot it at the 5, so a 30-yard run for Cotton Moya, the quarterback and the leading rusher for the Wolfpack. And Cotton Moya will go with one back behind him and hands it off down the middle to Tripp, and Tripp powers his way inside the 5 to around the 4-yard line, so a short pickup as Washington Union is able to tighten up on him. As there's 4:49 left in the first quarter, it's been all Wolfpack so far. 3 and out for Washington Union, and 2 successful drives thus far for Ridgeview. Cotton Moya hands it off to Tripp. No, he keeps it himself, and he works his way down inside the 3, down close to the end zone. And they mark it at the 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. Can Ridgeview punch it in and go up by 2 scores in the first quarter here? Cotton Moya hands it off to Tripp, and he's into the end zone for 6. And Ridgeview out to a 12-0 lead in the first quarter. 2 drives, and 2 scores for the Wolfpack. So a 41-yard drive and a 56-yard drive to start out for the Wolfpack. This drive coming in 6 plays and taking just over 3 minutes off the clock. And now the extra point by Rios. Up, and this time it's good. 13-0, the lead for Ridgeview over Washington Union here on PlayOn Sports, your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Ridgeview 2 drives to start this game here against Washington Union in Bakersfield, California, and 2 touchdowns. And don't forget about the Wolfpack defense. They had their struggles but played staunchly last week in a little bit of a surprise win for some over Liberty, 26-14, and forcing Washington Union into a quick 3-and-out, getting their offense the ball back, and it's 13-0 in Rios. The kickoff for the Wolfpack taken at around the 7-yard line, up to the 20. He has room up the left sideline, 35, and down at about the 39-yard line. So Washington Union will take over with better field position than they had by a few yards than their first drive when they started on the about the 33-yard line. So can they put a couple good plays together and get a good first and second down pickup and pick up a first down and stop the bleeding here, already down 13-0 with 3:45 left in the first quarter. And not much there on first down. And looks like the ball came out. And it's Michael Clayton coming up with a fumble recovery. So a couple good plays for Clayton there. Number 28 on your screen. And a huge first down for Ridgeview, already leading by 2 scores and have the ball inside the Washington Union 40-yard line. First down and 10 at the 38. So tough start for the Panthers, and Ridgeview taking advantage so far. And it's going to be trip up the right side and get stuck at about the 31-yard line, or make that the 36. So that brings up 2nd and 8 from the 36-yard line. Staying in that 3-receiver set, and in the pistol as usual is Cotton Moya. Man in motion, fake the handoff, and throwing downfield, got a man open at the 10, and it's going to be another touchdown for Ridgeview. And on the reception, it is Drummond Persons for the 36-yard score. Quick strike by Cotton Moya and his Wolfpack offense, and all of a sudden, Ridgeview out to a 19-0 lead. Kamari Cotton-Moya going deep down the left sideline and had his man wide open. Drummond Persons, one of the most athletic receivers on the team, wide open behind the Washington Union defense for the easy catch and run to the end zone, and Rios' extra point is good to make it 20-0. Ridgeview rolling here early with 2:47 left in the first quarter here in Bakersfield, California. It's 20-0 Ridgeview over Washington Union here on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here. Rios getting ready to kick it off as his Wolfpack have a 3-score lead here in the first quarter. And the kickoff high and right, caught it about the 23-yard line and reversing to the right side of the field to the 30. Has room, pulled down though, wrestled down. And Washington Union will take over from their own 32-yard line. So getting decent field position to start for the third time in a row, but unfortunately haven't had the best starts to their drives. A 3-and-out and a fumble on the first play of their last drive that allowed a quick run by Ridgeview and then a 36-yard touchdown pass from Cotton-Moya to Persons to go up 20-0. Washington Union with another chance, though. Let's see what they can do from their own 32-yard line. Whistles before the snap. And Panthers going to call a timeout before their first play of the drive. So now that we've had a moment to settle in here after a quick 3 scores by Ridgeview, let's see if we can get the starting lineup set for you. For Washington Union, on the offensive line, the left tackle, Brian Gomez, a 6'2 senior. Left guard, number 54 on your screen, Elijah Bukers. The center, Anthony Serrato, number 70. And number 77, the right guard, Robert Dela Cruz. The quarterback, Washington Union's quarterback has been Landon Barbarick, but electing to go with Greg Wilson, the 6'1 senior tonight, number 10. And their tight end, number 24, Bryant Alorza. Halfback, Javen Harrison. And a couple receivers, Demelvian Stell and John Estrada. And now 1st and 10 after the timeout before the drive even started. Handoff up the middle, and it is Javen Harrison finding room and close to a first down across the 43-yard line to about right about there. So it's going to be close, maybe a measurement. Couple of the referees signaling first down, and now they're going to have a discussion. And the ball, where the ball is spotted now, is more like the 44, so almost certainly a first down. And they do move the chain, so the first down of the game for Washington Union. 12-yard pickup on the run by Harrison. Wilson in the gun, rolling left, wanting to throw, and does, and it's just overthrown, intended for the fullback, Mark Hernandez. A 5'8", 160-pound junior, but too far he let him, did Wilson, so that brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44. 2:10 left in the first quarter here on PlayOnSports.com, and a 20-0 lead for Ridgeview. Handoff up the middle, and ball comes out and is caught, and another turnover, and it is popped out in midair and caught in midair by Jagmeet Sandhu. And what a tough start for Washington Union. It looked like they finally were getting their offensive rhythm, and Javen Harrison just got smacked, and that ball popped out, spun around in midair, and fell right into the hands of Jagmeet Sandhu. And another 1st down and 10 for Ridgeview coming up inside Washington Union territory at the 44-yard line. 2 fumbles in a row for Washington Union. Fake the handoff, and Cotton Moya goes down the middle, connects with his receiver inside the 30, and a 1st down and more for Eric Ontiveros. And a quick 17-yard pickup down to the 27 for Ridgeview. Just doing whatever they want offensively and defensively to start this game. Cotton Moya gets the snap and hands off, and falling down is Myshawn Williams. And he does get a couple of yards as his offensive line created a nice hole for him to follow through, so at least somewhat of a gain on the play. Down to the 25-yard line of Washington Union, and 2nd and 8. Cotton Moya fakes the handoff and goes down the middle of the field, connects at the 15 down to the 10, and carrying his defenders down to the 6-yard line is Eric Ontiveros. Yet again, another nice catch and run after the catch, carrying his defenders for another 1st down. 1st and goal it'll be from the 6-yard line, a 19-yard pickup. Just 49 seconds left in the first quarter, but we could have a 4-score game if Cotton Moya and his Wolfpack offense is able to score here quickly. And movement on the offensive line, and that's going to move him back a little bit to the 11. But the way the Wolfpack has been moving may not do too much. Of course, they don't want to get sloppy, and we'll see if Washington Union can stiffen up and take this extra little breather to get something together and see if they can get a stop, maybe a turnover, and turn things around. Down 20-0 here. So 1st and goal from the 11. Cotton Moya does hand it off left inside the 10, 5, going for the pylon and gets knocked out. Helicoptered out at about the 1 does Myshawn Williams. So a 10-yard pickup on 1st and goal from the 11 after the penalty, and now we'll see if they wind the clock. Did he get out of bounds? It looks like he did. So one last play at least with 16 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter for Ridgeview, and we'll see if they can make it a 4th score in 1 quarter. And Cotton Moya by himself in the shotgun, and we'll see if maybe he keeps it up the middle. Gets a snap, and he is going to, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 27-0, the Ridgeview lead. What a first quarter for the Wolfpack here in Bakersfield. Just doing whatever they want. And I got a little ahead of myself there. Of course, 26-0 before the extra point. And Rios missed his first extra point, but made the last couple. Devin Lemke, one of the Wolfpack receivers, the holder. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So now 27-0 the lead. What a first quarter for Ridgeview, though. Couldn't ask for much better, could the Wolfpack fans, as Washington Union clearly continuing their struggles, coming off a state championship season but losing some key players, and 0-4 to start, and they have to figure out how to get their feet underneath them and stop the bleeding here. And still, 3 quarters left, 3 quarters and 13 seconds left to see what they can do. It can go a few different ways, but have to get some rhythm together and protect the football, does Washington Union. Ridgeview only 3 returning starters on offense, 4 on defense, but they might be better this year than their Southern Yosemite League Championship 13-1 team last year. Certainly looking like it the last couple weeks. Surprised a lot of people again with their win over Liberty in Bakersfield at the home of Liberty last week, and looking really good to start this one. And here's Rios to kick off. High and deep kickoff, fielded at about the 8-yard line, up to the 20, angling left to the 25, cuts back at the 30, stays on his feet, and eventually gets knocked down by Robert Watson. And so Washington Union will take over, and they will have one play before the start of the second quarter with 5 seconds left in the opening period from their own 29-yard line to start the drive and see if they can get some rhythm going. They looked good, got a first down on their first play of their last drive, but then fumbled it away. And their first 2 drives have ended in fumbles. Greg Wilson with 2 backs beside him in the shotgun on first down. Hands it off up the middle to Hernandez, and Hernandez falls forward for a short gain of a little bit less than a yard to bring up 2nd and 9, a long 9 though. But first we will go to our quarter break as Ridgeview having a fantastic first quarter and leading by 27-0 after 1 here in Bakersfield on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. So getting ready for the start of the second quarter here on PlayOnSports.com, and it's been all Ridgeview as they lead 27-0 to start this second quarter. Washington Union with the ball at their own 30-yard line, moving right to left in the second period, and handoff up the middle and he's going to get across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Javen Harrison, the ball carrier. So brings up 3rd down and 8 for Washington Union. And 4 receivers from the gun goes Wilson, sends it left and too much on it, intended for William Blue, and he gets knocked but couldn't really pull that one down anyway. And that'll be a 3 and out, and make that Washington Union with 1 first down thus far, but their first drive, a 3 and out. Their next 2 drives ending in fumbles and another 3 and out for the Panthers. Jerry Gines back to punt for Washington Union. A nice deep punt, and it's going to hit at the 38 and take a Washington Union bounce out of bounds around the 35-yard line. So Ridgeview will take over there. A good punt, but the way Ridgeview has been moving the football in the first quarter, Washington Union still has to figure out how to put together a defensive stop. This is Ridgeview's worst starting field position of the game, as they've started at the Washington Union 41-yard line, their own 44, the Washington Union 32, and the Washington Union 30. So now finally starting with reasonably normal field position at their own 35-yard line. With 10:58 left in the half, Cotton Moya, the quarterback for Ridgeview and the leading rusher for the Wolfpack as well, and now whistled before the snap, most likely going to be a false start. And my mistake, they call offsides against Washington Union, which in high school football is a dead ball penalty. So that's going to make it a little bit easier for Ridgeview. Now with 1st and 5 at their own 40. Cotton Moya hands off to Williams, I believe that is, cutting right, and make that Ty Johnson coming over from the receiver position on the end around, but losing a couple yards back to the 38-yard line. So 2nd and 6 from there. Ball on the near side hash mark. Three wide receivers, slot left for Cotton Moya with 1 back behind him. And Moya looks left and pumps left, and now pumps again, and now in trouble, but scrambling away from pressure. And he's going to keep it across the 40, 45, 50, down to the 40-yard line, and knocked down at around the 39-yard line. Run by Cotton Moya, but we have a flag down back at the Ridgeview 43-yard line, so it may be coming back, and that is the initial indication. A hold, it looks like. So that'll wipe out the run and move it all the way back to the 27-yard line of Ridgeview. So that makes 2nd down and 17 from the 27. Cotton Moya gets the handoff, and he hands it running left, and having room is Robertson across the 40, finds room across the 45, and gets pulled down just shy of midfield. And William Robertson from the H-back position, a nice pickup and a first down for Robertson and the Ridgeview offense right at midfield. A 23-yard pickup for Robertson. 9:25 left in the second quarter. Ridgeview scoring 27 first quarter points and holding Washington Union off the board and off the field for the most part. Cotton Moya back to pass on first down the middle, and caught and dropped by Robertson. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Looked like he got his feet tangled up there and limping a little bit back to the huddle. Hopefully he's all right. 2nd and 10 from midfield. So again, if you're just joining us here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com, bringing you Friday Night Football and Washington Union and Ridgeview. And Washington Union coming off a state championship season, but clearly not quite the same team, as they've started out 0-4 and down 27-0 to Ridgeview, who surprised some people last week and looking very good this week. Cotton Moya back to pass, pressure coming, gets it away, and nobody there, and a flag thrown, maybe intentional grounding, as Cotton Moya just had to get rid of it. And no receivers really in the area, and it is intentional grounding. So this will be the Wolfpack's first 3rd and long of the game, as they've turned all their drives prior to this one into points. And Washington Union decides to decline the penalty and just take 3rd and 10 from midfield. The ball just shy of that midfield line. Cotton Moya fakes the handoff. Good fake there. Pressure coming, and it gets to him. A big sack on 3rd down. And on the sack, not on my roster here. Let's see if I have it on the other roster. We had some late updates, and unfortunately, not on my roster there, but we'll see if we can get that fixed. But in any case, a big stop on 3rd and long for Washington Union, and forcing Ridgeview into their first punt of the game. From the 40. And a pretty darn good kick, and so Washington Union, getting their first stop of the game of Ridgeview, will take over at about their own 23-yard line with 8:11 left in the quarter. Wilson under center for the Panthers. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle, and he pushes his way forward, falls forward for a short gain. And Clayton making the stop on Harrison, the ball carrier. And they mark it right at the 23, so no gain, bringing up 2nd and 10. And Harrison getting the handoff and finding room up the middle of the field. He's to the 40, cuts right to the 45-yard line, and a nice job of blocking and by Harrison of following his blocks and making a couple nice cuts for a big pickup up to the 47-yard line. They're going to mark it. A 24-yard run for Harrison. So really the Panthers' best player of the game so far, as they haven't had much success in a, looks like a fumbled snap, and it is, and another turnover. So twice in a row, or, well, 2 out of the last 3 drives, Washington Union has had their best play of the game to that point, and then followed that up on the very next play by turning it over. Just tough sledding for Washington Union. And they give it back to Ridgeview at the Washington Union 47-yard line. With 7:13 in the first quarter and a 27-0 lead for the Wolfpack. And the handoff. No, he keeps it, does Cotton Moya, up the right side across the 45 down to the 42-yard line of Washington Union. Cotton Moya, again, if you're just joining us, the quarterback and the leading rusher for the Wolfpack. He's only thrown 57 passes in his first 4 games for 448 yards, but rushed for 728 yards coming into this game on 99 carries and 7 touchdowns on the ground. Only 5 touchdowns through the air. And now handing it off to Tripp, and Tripp gets inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line. And that'll be another first down for the Wolfpack at the 36. Panther defense has been on the field quite a bit most of the game, really, especially most of the first quarter, and they've got to be tired, got to be tough for the Washington Union defense. Cotton Moya in the pistol with Tripp behind him. Gets the snap, keeps it himself up the right side of the offensive line, finds some room, flag down, but he's inside the 30 down to the 25. Flag thrown at the 35-yard line, so it is in the area of holding, and it is holding against the Wolfpack, so that's going to back them up. And so far, the only thing that has really stopped the Wolfpack is themselves. As we take a moment to march off the penalty. 27-0, the lead here for Ridgeview at the 6:01 mark of the second quarter. And a couple flashes of rhythm and offensive brilliance for Washington Union, but they've followed it with turnovers. Now 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles on their first 5 drives, and the other 2 drives, 3 and outs. Cotton Moya for the Wolfpack standing at his own 50. Man in motion. Hands it off to Tripp up the middle, inside the 45, down to about the 40-yard line, just shy of the 40. So about a 5 or 6 yard pickup. And after the penalty, now second down and 15 at the 40. So fakes the handoff and going to throw it, pressure coming, but he gets it away and connects for the first down to about the 25-yard line. And on the catch, it's Myshawn Williams from the H-back position, picking up the first down the left side of the field for the Wolfpack and charging deeper into Panther territory and just eating up that clock is the Wolfpack as the second quarter rolls down inside 4.5 minutes. And it wasn't quite a first down. Third down and very short. And now Cotton Moya fakes the handoff and fires down the middle. And it is caught inside the 20 down to close to the 10-yard line. And a first down on the catch by Shaquan Baines. First down and 10 from the Washington Union 12. So Ridgeview just looking very efficient offensively and taking their time, chewing up the clock and getting lots of points on the board. They have 27. Can they add 6 more? Cotton Moya throws it. It's picked off at the 10-yard line, and he could be gone across the 40, 45, 50. Cuts back, stays on his feet, and down inside the Ridgeview 45-yard line. And on the interception, it was DeMelvin Stell, a 5'8 junior, his second pick of the year, and he becomes the first Panther to pick off multiple passes this year. So now that has to be the best play of the game so far for Washington Union. As it'll give the Panthers their best field position to start, their best field position period, not even just to start a drive at the Ridgeview 44-yard line with 3.5 minutes left in the first half. And the first down play up the middle is stuffed for no gain, and flags thrown on the carry by Harrison. And it is a false start, so that's going to march Washington Union back to the 49-yard line. So can they take advantage of their very good field position, or are they going to let mistakes shoot them in the foot again, shoot themselves in the foot? And now 1st and 15 for the Panthers. Ball on the left hash mark. Under center is Wilson, fakes the handoff, rolls right, has room, and he's going to keep it across midfield down to the 45-yard line and gets pulled down on the right side numbers at about the 43-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup on 1st and 15. Second and 9 for Washington Union, in much need of a score here, down 27-0. Handoff up the middle, inside the 40, down to about the 39-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and manageable, 3rd and right at about 5 at the Ridgeview 39 for Washington Union. Two minutes flat left in the half, and Washington Union trailing the Wolfpack 27-0. Can they get a score on the board and start to turn this thing around? And the fake bootleg left inside the 40 and slipping down at about the 35-yard line, and might have had some room to work with Wood Wilson, but he slipped and had the defender closing in on him. And it's going to bring up 4th down, but you'd have to think Washington Union will go for it, down 27 and inside the 40-yard line of Ridgeview. Really no man's territory here in high school football, much too long for most kickers from this distance, and really too short for a punt, especially when you're down 4 scores. So the Panthers will go for it. 2 backs for Wilson in the shotgun. He's going to roll right and look for room, and he has daylight and has a first down to about the 30-yard line inside the and not quite inside the 30, but it'll move the chains in any case for Washington Union, as this is their best drive of the game so far, really on the best play of the game so far. An interception by DeMelvin Stell, bringing it back from around the 5-yard line down to the 44 and getting Washington Union much needed good field position. And finally the Panthers putting something together here, and a first down and 10 from the Ridgeview 31, dropping back to pass and throwing it high, arcing pass, and way short though, but it flags thrown, and thought that ball was way underthrown, but looks like they may say that a Ridgeview defender got tangled with the receiver, DeMelvin Stell, who just intercepted that pass, and now looks like he picked up another first down for Washington Union by penalty, and that is the call. So that'll move it down inside the 20-yard line, rather, down to about the 16. So really, DeMelvin Stell being the offense for Washington Union. An interception return, and now draws the penalty and another set of fresh downs for Washington Union. And now a timeout's going to be called as we're down to 24 seconds. Really snuck up on me, and Ridgeview calls a timeout with 24 seconds left as they lead 27-0, but Washington Union driving here on Friday Night Football in Bakersfield on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Back here on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. And if you want to watch more of your school's great matchup like the game you're enjoying here tonight, you can tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program, allowing schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, you can go to PlayOnSports.com/SBP. That's PlayOnSports.com/SBP, as we have a first down and 10 from the 26. And thrown down the right side by Wilson, but underthrew his receiver. Intended for Blue on the right side, and that brings up 2nd and 10. Again, that website, if you're interested in the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program, is PlayOnSports.com/SBP. As we have just 20 ticks left in the first half and a 27-0 lead for Ridgeview, but the Wolfpack silenced somewhat in the second quarter as all their points coming in the first quarter. Now Washington Union trying to make it a little more respectable at the half. Wilson, 2nd and 10. Looks down the right side. Now going to keep it up the middle inside the 15. Cuts left at the 10. Flags down 5. Jumps inside and goes for the pylon. And he does score. Gets it in the end zone, but there's a flag down at the right hash mark at the 10-yard line. This one could be coming back. And it is a hold against the Panthers, so yet another mistake by Washington Union cost them, and it was probably part of why Wilson was sprung for the touchdown. But now not only does it wipe out the score with 11 seconds left in the first half, but it's going to move the ball back to the 20-yard line. So now 3rd down and 15. And correction, 2nd down and 15 with 11 seconds left in the first half. 4 wide receivers set for Wilson. Two split out to each side and back in the backfield looking left. Lots of time. Scrambles left. Clock down to 6 seconds. Fires down the left side of the field. Jump ball and incomplete. Believe it was intended for Eric Marino, but who knows? A pack of players down there on the left side of the goalpost and a jump ball. Still 1 second left, though. So a well-timed throw by Wilson as he gets lucky and it gets batted to the turf with 1 second left in the half. And Washington Union looks like they'll kick. Jerry Gines, their kicker. It'll be about a 37-yard field goal. Kick is up. A long one looks like it might have gone left, and it does. So Washington Union, after the rest drive of the half, can't get any points on the board and goes in blanked by Ridgeview in the first half, 27-0. And so we'll be back in a few minutes here with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show here with Ridgeview leading in Bakersfield 27-0 over Washington Union. Welcome to the PlayOnSports.com halftime show, coming to you live from Bakersfield, California. I'm Michael Conowitz in Bakersfield as Ridgeview leading Washington Union from Fresno 27-0, and really just a great first half for Ridgeview offensively and defensively as they racked up 244 yards. Most of those through the ground. Cotton Moya, the quarterback for Ridgeview, just driving that offense down the field for scoring drives of 41 yards, 56 yards, 38 yards, and 44 yards, and tacked on a couple non-scoring but pretty successful drives after that of 20 yards and 45 yards. As for Washington Union, they were looking better late in the second half, didn't have anything going in the first quarter, but only 69 yards of offense for the Panthers in that first half, although their last two drives of the half were their best, as they had drives of 25 and 24 yards. And really the best play of the first half for Washington Union was the interception return by DeMelvin Stell, returning it from deep in his own territory when it looked like Ridgeview might go up another score, and getting his Panthers good starting field position, but couldn't get anything out of it, and Ridgeview attempting a 37-yard field goal as time expired, but sailed wide left, and no score for the Panthers. 27-0 the score, and really just tough sledding for the Panthers. Again, coming off their state championship year last year in Division 4, but high school is so cyclical, and just not having the same start and still trying to put some things together. Will they be able to in the second half, or will Ridgeview continue? We'll see. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll have the second half of Ridgeview hosting Washington Union and leading the Panthers 27-0 here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Getting ready for the second half kickoff here in Bakersfield as the hometown Ridgeview Wolfpack leading Washington Union, the Panthers from the Fresno area, 27-0, and Ridgeview averaging 298 yards per game, and they have 244 at the half. And Kamari Cotton Moya, the talented quarterback for the Wolfpack, he averages 234 yards of total offense of the Wolfpack's 298-yard average, and it looks like Ridgeview will go much over their 298-yard average if they have any kind of successful second half. In the first half, the scoring drives, again for Ridgeview, a 10-yard touchdown for Cotton Moya on the ground to open scoring on a 41-yard drive for the Wolfpack, and then getting the ball back after a 3-and-out by Washington Union, and this time a 56-yard drive in 6 plays, and ended with Brandon Tripp, the featured running back for the Wolfpack, a 1-yard run to get the score, and then it was right back after Cotton Moya got the ball back from the Washington Union defense on a fumble. It was Cotton Moya throwing a 36-yard touchdown pass to Persons to go up 20 to nothing. And then on the last scoring drive of the half, or actually of the first quarter, as all of the 27 points for the Wolfpack did come in that first quarter, came on a 44-yard drive for Ridgeview and a Cotton Moya 1-yard touchdown run. So Cotton Moya throwing well and running very well. He again is the leading rusher and the quarterback for the Wolfpack. He's already got offers from Fresno State, San Diego State, and Iowa State. He just runs very well. He's got a very strong arm, and their head coach, Dennis Manning, saying he improved a lot last week, had a lot of fumbles, 6 or 7 fumbles on the season coming into the game last week at Liberty High, but protected the football, did Cotton Moya, made good decisions, and really the whole Ridgeview offense playing much better, and their offensive line creating a lot of room for their running backs and Cotton Moya to work with, and looking very good in that game, getting the win there 26-14, and now with a 27-0 lead over Washington Union as we get ready for the second half kickoff. And we'll be back with that second half kickoff in just a moment here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Washington Union will start with the football, and they need it, down 27-0 to Ridgeview as Rodrigo Rios gets ready to kick it off here to open the second half. Isaac Sears and DeMelvin Stell deep to receive, and it goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty. And we'll see if they take the penalty or elect to re-kick Washington Union. And they will make the Wolfpack re-kick. Rios from his 40. And that's where the kickoff originally was. Now marched back to the 35. And we'll do it again. Can Washington Union get together a good return for their offense? It bounces out of bounds. And wasn't sure if it touched a Panther, but they say it doesn't, and now they'll discuss it. Are they going to wave off the flag, or we will see. It looks like it did touch a Washington Union return man before it went out of bounds, so the ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will start this second half in much need of a score, down by 4 scores. And up the middle they go. And finding some running room is Javen Harrison, the feature back for the Panthers, up the right side to about the 28-yard line. Or make that was where the drive started, across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And that makes it 2nd and 7. Wilson, the quarterback, looking left and firing, connects with his receiver on the left sideline. First down and more, as it again is Harrison catching the pass out of the backfield to move the chains for Washington Union. A good start to the second half, as it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 41. Four wide receiver set for the Panthers. Here's Wilson. He hands it off to Clayton up the middle across the 40, cutting left to the 45. Gets knocked back by a pack of Wolves. And forward progress will give him the 45-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup for Clayton or make that Harrison on first down. 2nd and 6. This offense has shown ability to move the football. They've just shot themselves in the foot with penalties when they've had good plays, and more than that, turnovers, fumbles. 2nd down and 6. Wilson rolling right. Pressure coming. He's got to get rid of it. Shakes one defender, gets away, rolls back left, looking like Brett Favre, rolls back, and now is going to get pulled back way down at the 31-yard line. A big sack for Robert Watson, the 6'1 senior. And that is his first sack of the season. And they're going to mark forward progress at the 32, but that brings up 3rd and 19. And Wilson, in his first start this season for the Panthers, just getting a little too fancy and getting flustered by the pressure. Now 3rd and long. He gets the snap low, looking downfield, fires a high arcing pass down the left sideline, and it is caught and dropped just out of the hands of DeMelvin Stell. There is a flag on the play way back at the 20-yard line, and it is holding against Ridgeview, so that is going to bail out Washington Union and give them a fresh set of downs. And so the 15-yard penalty moves the ball up to the Washington Union 48-yard line, where the Panthers have 1st and 10. And Wilson in the shotgun. Straight drop, fires down the middle of the field. He's got Stell. And Stell just couldn't quite get to it, overthrown. Had him open down the middle, but that brings up 2nd and 10. .9:32 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And it's been all Wolfpack, although the Panthers, Washington Union, with the football and have been looking better on their last few drives. Late handoff to Clayton, and make that Harrison. I keep calling him Clayton, but it's Harrison picking up a first down and more inside Ridgeview territory down to the 38-yard line. 14-yard pickup for Javen Harrison, the junior. Leading rusher for the Panthers, a fresh set of downs Thanks to Harrison. And now a timeout called by the Wolfpack as the Panthers moving the football well, and Wolfpack want to talk it over and see if they can figure out a way to stop this little rhythm that Washington Union looks to have gotten into. PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. You can follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. That's youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com, as we've got Friday Night Football here for you. From Bakersfield, California, Ridgeview 3-2 on the season and looking good with a 27-0 lead over Washington Union, who's 0-4 on the season here in non-conference play. And a 1st and 10 from the Ridgeview 38 for Washington Union. Greg Wilson in the shotgun. And handoff up the middle, left side of the offensive line. A good 7-yard pickup down to the 35-yard line. And you know what? I was a little lazy there. I was looking at the wrong spot. It was 1st down and 10 from the 38. And the ball gets spotted on the run at the 34, so that brings up 2nd down and 7 now. And here's Wilson way deep, and he has a man, and it's tipped around and gets caught by Stell at the 5-yard line on the tip, and he's down to about the 2 on a fluke play there, as looks like it was intended for Blue, and getting tipped around between Blue and some Wolfpack defenders and falls into the hands of Stell. And a big 1st down. 1st and goal on the 31-yard pass. Reception. And Washington Union with their first and goal of the game. Handoff up the middle, and he is into the end zone, is Prentice Thomas. And make that Harrison. I read the number wrong. It was the feature back, Javen Harrison, 4'6". From the 3-yard line. So Washington Union finally getting on the board. A good drive and taking advantage of some penalties and however you can get it done. And now Jerry Guinness to kick the extra point. It is good, and it puts 7 on the board for Washington Union. So still a big lead for the Wolfpack, 27-7, but a lot of time here for the Panthers. 7:59 left in the 3rd quarter here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. So Washington Union kicking off after a nice 9-play, 72-yard touchdown drive that took 4:01 off the clock to get the Panthers on the board. Kickoff is caught in the end zone for a touchback, and Ridgeview will take over from their own 20-yard line at the 7:59 mark of the third quarter. Kamari Cotton-Moya, number 3 on your screen at quarterback for the Wolfpack, and really, along with Brandon Tripp, the running back, the key to the Ridgeview offense, playing very well tonight. And a first down and 10, and keeper up the left side across the 30 to the 40, cuts to the middle of the field, across midfield, cuts left to the numbers, cuts back right, and he's across the Washington Union 40 inside to about the 38-yard line. A huge first down on the first play from scrimmage for Cotton-Moya. And you see why he's going to be a scholarship football player in college. As Ridgeview with the first down at their own 39-yard line. And this time it's handed off to Tripp. He bounces off a couple tacklers inside the 30 down the left sideline. Fights his way all the way down inside the Washington Union 20 down to the 15-yard line. A 14-yard pickup for Brandon Tripp. And all of a sudden, the Wolfpack back inside the red zone. Cotton-Moya lines up with 2 receivers to his right, Brandon Tripp to his left for first down and 10. Fakes the handoff and looks down the middle of the field, and it is almost intercepted on the overthrow. And on the defense was John Estrada in the middle of the end zone and just couldn't quite hold on to it. And that brings up 2nd and 10 for the Wolfpack. A very lucky break there for Ridgeview. 6:57 left in the third quarter, and a 27-7 lead for the Wolfpack. They haven't scored since the first quarter, but marching down the field very quickly on a couple quick plays here. And here's Tripp. Now it's a keeper. Cotton-Moya inside, and he knocks his way through a defender for the touchdown. A 15-yard score for Tripp, his third on the ground of the game. So Ridgeview goes up 33-7 after it looked like Washington Union might make in the early stages of trying to make a comeback. Ridgeview answers with an 80-yard touchdown drive, and Rios to kick the extra point. And it is down the middle and good. And so the Ridgeview lead 34-7 in just less than 2 minutes. 3-play drive taking up 80 yards. Cotton-Moya starting out his own 20, scrambling down the field across midfield down to the Washington Union 39. Then it was Brandon Tripp taking it another 14 yards down to the 15. And then back to Cotton-Moya. He scrambles up the right side of his offensive line for the last 15 and gets the score. Cotton-Moya's third rushing touchdown of the game and his fourth score that he is responsible for. Tripp with the only score that Cotton-Moya wasn't involved in, as Cotton Moya has also thrown a 36-yard touchdown pass. But the Wolfpack showing that they definitely are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the South Yosemite League. As the kickoff caught at the 18-yard line, bobbled and picked up at the 20 and to the 25, bounces off the tackler and gets knocked down at around the 30-yard line. And so Washington Union will take over at their own 30 after their first scoring drive of the game to start this second half. A 72-yard drive that spanned 9 plays and took just over 2 minutes off the clock, but Ridgeview answering, and now Washington Union needs to strike right back to try and keep this one within reach. Still plenty of time in the game, 6:41 left in the third quarter. Handoff to Harrison, and he's going to pick up a couple down the middle. And they give him a nice spot. Picked up more than I had initially thought. Pickup of about 4 from the 34. 2nd and 6. Now going to go to the air and connect, and now dropped. Caught and dropped. Just couldn't hold on to it. And it was Prentice Thomas on the incompletion to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Washington Union down big, and a 3rd and long, and snap is bobbled. Now Wilson rolls back left and fires, and it is almost picked off. And a 4th down is going to come up on the nice play by DeAndre Turner, and that might have been to the house, but it forces a 3 and out. And so Ridgeview will get the ball back. Gines to punt. And a nice high booming kick. Caught at the 28-yard line and tackled at the 30. McDonald, the return man, and tackled quickly. So Ridgeview will take over at their own 30-yard line, but we do have a penalty marker down. And an illegal block in the back against the Wolfpack, so that's going to march it back. A 15-yard penalty gives Ridgeview the ball at their own 15-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 17. At the 5:45 mark of the third quarter, can they put together another quick strike drive here? Cotton Moya in the shotgun and keeps himself up the middle, and he has room up the right side. He's across the 35 up to the 40, and he slips there. Lucky for the Washington Union defense that he lost his footing. He gets up to the 40-yard line. A 33-yard pickup on first down for Cotton Moya. So talented, and just those quick little fakes, and then he finds room up the side of his offensive line, and credit his offensive line for making a lot of nice little holes for him. And Cotton Moya just a speedster when he finds open space. It's a 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack, and he's going to keep it straight up the middle this time and pick up another 7 or 8 yards as he gets across the 45 up to about the 47-yard line. So Cotton Moya receiving the snaps for Ridgeview and doing a lot of the work for the Wolfpack. At least in the stat sheet category, you got to continue to credit his entire offensive line and a lot of good downfield blocking by his receivers. And of course, Tripp behind him in the backfield helps. Tripp gets the handoff, is across the 40, or across midfield, I should say, across the 50, down to about the Washington Union 47-yard line, and another first down for the Wolfpack. 6-yard pickup for Tripp. First and 10. Cotton Moya looking downfield, looking left, scrambling away from pressure and gets rid of it. And he just avoids the sack. Nice job on the pressure there by the D-line of Washington Union. And it was Jabin Harrison, one of the Washington Union running backs, also starting on the defensive line at defensive end, getting the pressure on Cotton Moya, and Cotton Moya lucky to avoid that sack. And that brings up 2nd and 10. Cotton Moya drops back to pass, looks left, scrambles away from pressure, almost loses the ball and has to go down for the sack. Just across midfield. Stays in Washington Union territory, but back to the 49, so a 2-yard loss on 2nd down brings up 3rd down and 12. One of the few 3rd down and long situations for Ridgeview. And now can Washington Union get a stop? So Cotton Moya takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and is going to keep it left. Flag down, but he's across the 45, down to about the 40. But this one could be coming back as there is a flag down across midfield at the Ridgeview 49-yard line, and it will come back if Washington Union accepts the penalty. It wasn't a first down run. So Washington Union trying to decide what to do here. They will accept the penalty, as it would have been a short 4th down, and the Wolfpack would have certainly gone for it at that position on the field. So they'll march it back to the Ridgeview 39-yard line. Where it will be 3rd and 22 for the Wolfpack, their longest 3rd down of the game. Really more of a running team, but Cotton Moya can certainly throw the ball and throw it well on the run as well. We'll see what he does with it on 3rd down and long. Fires it down the middle, and it is underthrown, as that will bring up 4th down. As it was intended for McDonald down the left side of the field, but pass not there. So it brings up 4th down, and now facing a 4th and 22. The Wolfpack will have to punt for the first time in the game. Their punter, William Robertson. And DeMelvin Stell back to return for Washington Union, standing at his 27-yard line. As we get set for the punt with 2:52 left in the quarter. And a high one down the right side. Bounces out of bounds at around the 32-yard line, and that's where Washington Union will take over. With 2:43 left in the third quarter and down 34-7. A lot of work to do for the Panthers, but showing that they have what it takes to move the football offensively. And PlayOnSports.com, not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championships events in all sports across the country. High school sports lives here on PlayOnSports.com. 1st and 10 for Washington Union, running right across the 30 up to the 35. And it's Stell on the end around up to the 37-yard line. About a 4-yard pickup. Greg Wilson, the quarterback for Washington Union. Low snap, runs left, and fires left, and nobody there. Receiver and quarterback not on the same page, as it looks like it was intended for Javen Harrison, but he didn't have his head around it. It didn't look like he was expecting the ball, so that brings up 3rd and 6. $1:58 left in the third quarter. And a 34-7 lead for Ridgeview. Third down and 5 for Washington Union. Wilson looking down the field, pressure coming, scrambles right. Looks like he's going to keep it. He is across the 35, cuts left to the middle of the field to the 40, cuts left to the sideline, cross midfield, down to the 45-yard line, and out of bounds around the 40. They'll mark it at the 41, but coverage breaking down, and Wilson with a lot of time behind his offensive line on 3rd and 6, and gets across midfield down to the 41-yard line of Ridgeview. $23-yard pickup on 3rd down for Wilson on the ground, and now a 1st and 10, and hands it off to Harrison. He shakes one tackler, breaks to the left sideline, across the 45 down to around the 39-yard line, and a good 6 or 7-yard pickup on 1st down for Harrison. So 2nd down and 3 from the Ridgeview 34 for Washington Union with 1:04 left in the quarter. Handoff to Harrison, and he finds room down the middle and continues to carry defenders down the field for a 1st down and more down to the 26-yard line. An 8-yard pickup on 2nd down for Harrison, and that'll move the chains as we move inside. 1 minute left in the third quarter. And so if Washington Union has any hope of trying to make what would be a bit of a miracle comeback for the Panthers, now would be the time to start it, as they're moving the football well down the field. Now with a 1st and 10. Wilson, low snap, he picks it up, and again his offensive line doing a good job. He fires down the field, and it is caught for the touchdown by Stell. DeMelvian Stell on the 26-yard touchdown reception to get Washington Union their second score of the game, and the Panthers not done yet. A 26-yard touchdown pass from Greg Wilson to DeMelvin Stell. And just a great job by the Panther offensive line of buying Wilson a lot of time on the snap that hit the grass and able to roll out right and find his receiver in the right side of the end zone. And the extra point is up and good. And that makes it 34-14. Still a lot of work to be done for Washington Union, and the way Ridgeview has been moving the football offensively, no easy task coming up for the Washington Union defense, but a little bit of momentum for the Panthers as they get on the board. On the 68-yard touchdown drive, taking up 5 plays. And now we'll have the kickoff with 27 seconds left in the third quarter here on PlayOnSports.com in Bakersfield, California, as Ridgeview leading Washington Union 34-14. But the longest drive of the game so far for Washington Union, and they only had 69 yards of offense in the first half and a 68-yard touchdown drive. And now the kickoff goes deep into the end zone, and so Ridgeview will take over from their own 20 yet again. So can the Washington Union defense come up with a stop and continue the momentum, give their team that much more hope that a comeback is possible, or will Ridgeview continue to work on shutting the door? It's Tripp on first down and 10 across the 30 up the left sideline to the 45-yard line. A 25-yard pickup for Brandon Tripp on the first play of the drive. And that will be the last play of the quarter. A good one for Ridgeview as Washington Union gets another score on the board, but Ridgeview showing why they're up 34-14 as we'll take a break and come back with the fourth quarter here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Ridgeview with the lead, 34-14, and the football at their own 45-yard line as we start the fourth quarter here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Cotton Moya all by himself in the shotgun. And he likes to keep it up the middle and does cross the 45, across midfield down to the 48, and gets tripped up there on the tackle by Gerard DeJean. But good enough to get into Washington Union territory and pick up 7 yards. And bring up 2nd and 3. Cotton Moya will go with Tripp behind him and hands it off to Tripp. He gets hit initially, but bounces back and picks up a couple more yards, close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be just short, just shy of the Washington Union 45-yard line. Tripp just going down the middle, and we might have a measurement here. It's pretty close, but the first down marker right at the 35-yard, or make that the 45-yard line of Washington Union, and it'll be 3rd and inches. Cotton Moya hands it off to Tripp, and he's got the first down across the 35, the 45, down to the 43-yard line of Washington Union, and that will move the chains for Ridgeview. So first down and 10 for the Wolfpack. Up by 20. Cotton Moya in the pistol. Is going to keep it up the right sideline, down the 40, down inside the 30, and knocked out of bounds on the near sideline at the 35-yard line. And that's going to move the chains yet again. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line, and they're going to mark it back at the 26. So Ridgeview again moving the football well with a first down and 10, ball on the right hash mark. And Cotton Moya in the pistol again. And hands it off to Tripp. Down the middle he goes. Inside the 20, breaks away, stays on his feet inside the 15. Just powering his way and carrying defenders down the field, down to the 13-yard line. And that's going to be another first down for Ridgeview. A 13-yard pickup. And now a 1st and goal at the 8. Hand off to Tripp again, and he's untouched for 6. An easy 8-yard touchdown for Brandon Tripp. And that might be the nail in the coffin. Still a lot of time to play. 9:48 left in the 4th quarter. But now a 40-14 lead for Ridgeview, who is looking much improved after their 49-27 loss to Hart just a couple weeks ago. Looking good on the road at Liberty last week in a win, and now looking great here at home as Rio's trying to tack on one more. And the extra point inside the right upright to make it 41-14 Ridgeview. On another long drive, 80 yards in 7 plays for the Wolfpack. And Brandon Tripp finishes it off from the 8-yard line. His 2nd touchdown on the ground of the game. And Ridgeview rolling. Ridgeview kicking off to Washington Union after the 80-yard touchdown drive and picked up at the 20-yard line up the right side of the field up to about the 40-yard line, maybe even a little better than that. We'll see where they spot it, but a pretty good return for Washington Union. But the Panthers down 27. And we'll see what they can do with pretty good field position, starting at their own 37. First down and 10 for Wilson. Low snap, handed off right to Harrison. He has some room up the far sideline, running off right tackle. He's up to the 43-yard line. A pickup of about 6 on first down for Javen Harrison. Wilson scrambling left, setting to throw, and throws it down the middle of the field, tipped away. And good defense there and in good position. Was Jesse Marua down the middle of the field. And that brings up third down and 4. Washington Union just trying to get a little better. Game might be out of reach, but if there's any chance of it, they need a score here. Wilson looking left and trying to scramble away from pressure, and he gets caught up and pulled down for the sack. And it was Josh Perez getting into the backfield, and Wilson trying to scramble away from pressure, but getting his feet tangled up, and brings up a 4th and 15 from the 34. So Washington Union will have to punt.
Put the clean jerseys in, coach!
Jerry Gines punting, and Aaron McDonald and Dalen Warren back to return, but the punt sails out of bounds. And it's going to give Ridgeview starting field position inside Washington Union territory at the 40. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like the 43-yard line. And we're going to have a change at quarterback. As again, this number unfortunately not on my roster. Here we go. Kyle James in at quarterback, a junior. And we're going to have a timeout by Washington Union first. So a really good day by Cotton Moya, and now he will be relieved by Kyle James, a 5'11", 150-pound junior, as Ridgeview with the big lead, 41-14. And if you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight, you can tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allowing schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, you can go to playonsports.com/SBP. That's playonsports.com/SBP. And a 1st and 10 for Ridgeview at the Washington Union 43-yard line. up the middle they go for a short gain. Brings up 2nd and 8. So James hands off, and Jesse Moreau replacing Brandon Tripp and William Robertson in the backfield, and picking up a few yards to make it 3rd and long 5 from the 38 on the 4-yard pickup. And first we're going to have a timeout called by Ridgeview, as having some new players in and a little confusion, not too unexpected, as a big lead for Ridgeview, 41-14 with 6:44 to play here over Washington Union here on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. And we'll be back right after the timeout. So 3rd down and a long 5. And the handoff, this is Dalen Warren running left, and he's going to pick up a couple on the left side of the play, the left side of the offensive line, I should say. Picks up about 1, so it makes it 4th and now more of a short 5, as we've got 6.5 minutes left and a 27-point lead for the Wolfpack, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. No man's land here in high school football. Handoff and across the 25 and down close to the 1st down marker. Jesse Marua, the junior 5'5", 165-pound running back. And they do move the chains. Or my mistake, got caught looking down, thought I could get away with doing too many things at once, not getting the 1st down and 4th down, and a 1st down and 10 for Washington Union. And out of bounds on the near side sideline, getting hit hard is Wilson on the keeper. But a good pickup on 1st down for Wilson. And the game maybe out of reach for Washington Union now, but good to see them continuing to try and move the football, and they just have to keep trying to get better, as they're 0-4 on the season, and it looks like they're going to drop to 0-5, but still have to play out the rest of the season and just try and get better and get stronger into the second half of the season. Wilson under center, hands it off right to Stell. Stell running up the right sideline across the 40 and the 45 up to the 47-yard line. So that'll be a 1st down and move the chains for the Panthers. Clock ticks down to 5 minutes left. And so Washington Union just trying to put together a good drive here. as Wilson goes under center for 1st and 10 with 2 backs in the backfield. And there's a fumble on the quarterback to center exchange, and Wilson's able to get back on it and going to lose maybe a little bit, marked right at about the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 47. As Washington Union will take their time, down big here, just want to try and put together a good drive here, a scoring drive, and have something positive to take into the next week. And Wilson on the fake handoff, rolls out left, scrambles away from pressure, flag down, gets the pass away, and it's thrown just short of the hands of William Robertson, and we'll see what the flag thrown at the 40-yard line is. It's going to be a hold against the Panthers. And if Ridgeview accepts, it'll make it 2nd and 20. And they will march Washington Union back down the field. And back to the 31-yard line, as it was from the spot of the foul. So that makes it 2nd and 27. I was trying to do the math there in my head. The PA guy helping me out there. My addition subtraction certainly needs work, and we're getting work with a fair amount of long downs here tonight. 2nd and 27 for Washington Union. Handoff, and he's got room up to the across the 35 and hit hard at 37, but a good pickup. Nine-yard gain on the 2nd down run there. The carry by Harrison, and it's now 3rd and 17. Low snap, Wilson gets it, fires on a line, and it's thrown into the grass, incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th down and long. And the Panthers will punt. So Washington Union just needing to work on consistency and limiting those mistakes, taking care of the football, a lot of things, but showing they can move the football at times, just need to find that consistency and fine-tune things. And for Ridgeview, what a performance here tonight for them. We'll move to 4-2 on the season. 3:05 left to play in this one. Gines getting ready to kick it away. And it'll bounce and take a little bit of a Washington Union bounce down to around the 21-yard line. And that's where Ridgeview will take over for what could be the final drive of the game. But we have a flag down way back at the Washington Union 27-yard line. And looks like a chop block penalty going against Ridgeview. Officials talking it over. And it's going to be marked all the way across midfield to the Ridgeview 45-yard line. And it was before the kicks. So it'll bring up 4th and 2 and bring the Ridgeview, or make that the Washington Union offense. Thought the Ridgeview offense had the ball, but after the penalty, Washington Union will get another down to try and pick up the first down. 4th and about 2 from the Ridgeview 42-yard line. Ball spotted on the left side near the hash mark. And they're going to sneak it, and it'll get stopped quickly as problem with the quarterback to center exchange and failure on 4th down. So Ridgeview does get the football, although Ridgeview actually benefits off the penalty as they get better starting field position at their own 45-yard line. Ridgeview just trying to eat up the last 2:18 with the 27-point lead, 41-14 over Washington Union. And now the run left, and getting in trouble is Ty Johnson. He's going to lose a good chunk of yardage. Back to the 41. So a 4-yard loss on 1st down. We do have a flag down on the far side of the field, and it's going to be a hold against Ridgeview. And so that'll make it 2nd and 15 at their 41-yard line. James keeps it, and he's going to pick up a few yards up the right side of the hash marks to the 45-yard line. And most importantly, keeps the clock moving inside 2 minutes now. 3rd and 10. James hands it off, and it's dropped, and getting back on top of it Lopez, able to get back on top of the football. And now we have a discussion as the clock stopped at 1:06. So now 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line. And now a flag and a whistle before the snap. False, or make that offsides against Washington Union, so that makes it now 3rd and more like 5 at the 49. Straight ahead. They're going to be short. Will Lopez, the ball carrier. It's going to be 4th and 1. But that may be the last play of the game as we go inside 20 seconds now. And They may try and snap it one last time. James with Lopez behind him. And he runs left. And he has room across midfield down inside the 40 and out of bounds. He will go. A big pickup on fourth down to the Washington Union 21-yard line. And that will be the final play of the game. As Ridgeview, the big win over Washington Union, 41-14. And we will be back in a moment with the PlayOnSports.com postgame show as Ridgeview gets the win over Washington Union.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Ridgeview, the big win here at home over Washington Union on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. 41-14 the final, and just too much of the offensive line by Ridgeview, and Kamari Cotton-Moore at quarterback, running all over the field, throwing very well, and complemented by Brandon Tripp, and getting the win behind a very good defensive effort for Ridgeview as well. 41-14, and for the Washington Union defense, just on the field the entire first quarter, it seemed like, as Ridgeview scored 27 first quarter points and put up a good effort, as the Panthers in the second half showing some signs of life, scoring 14 points and putting together some good drives, but just too much Ridgeview as they get the win 41-14 and advance their record to 4-2 on the season and drop Washington Union to 0-5, and that'll do it for us here on PlayOnSports.com. Friday Night Football for you. Thanks for joining us as Ridgeview gets the win in Bakersfield, 41-14.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.